Okay, well, this is going to be pretty easy, at least for the first one. Optic versus Boston. Everyone besides UJ is going to predict Optic. Honestly, there's no way in hell that Boston win this series. There's really not. Unless, hear me out, Doug Sensor Martin's in the starting lineup. Then I think that there's a chance. But, I mean, bro, Optic have been nasty. 3-1? No, I could actually see 3-1. Because their control is I could see 3-1. But they're not losing, bro. They're not losing. Like, whether you're an Optic fan or not, they just I could just tell by watching their games, the form that they're in right now is so hard to actually get into. And normally only like one team actually hits that form in a game, like in each Pacific title, no lie, where they have an absolutely dominant mode in hardpoint. And then even though their control is kind of shaky, I will say that, so maybe they're not fully there, but their other two modes are both also good or above average. Like, they have no weakness and they have the dominance in hardpoint, which is the most important mode, to be honest. Like, SND win championships, but being dominant in hardpoint is by far the most important. That's true. I mean, dude, they could, like, it's not guaranteed to make it to the finals, but I definitely think that they're going to beat Boston without a doubt. And then this is where it's actually interesting, because in the first round, there's going to be two good series, I think. And this is going to be one of them. It's going to be, I don't know how you guys rate NYSL. Like, and I also don't know how good Vegas is, because I'm pretty sure I read that they didn't even play any team that was 3-2 or above. And NYSL hasn't looked that great, but like, I still feel like NYSL is a better team. New York is mid-pack McGee though. So, you know what? And I'll tell you what, Vegas's SND is like, it's elite. It's S tier. So I actually agree with that. I'll go with the upset. I don't even know if it's technically an upset now with where we're at, because NYSL's kind of fallen off, but this series will be close no matter what. It could go either way, to be honest. LAT versus Minnesota, man. We all agree, bro. This is a fucking wash. And boys, the Minnesota Cats can't win without Taz. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, oh, and they haven't even won a map the last 4 times they played them. It's been 3-0 every single time. Like, if LAT somehow loses this, I'd be fucking shook. And then Seattle versus FaZe is, once again, so weird, because, bro, Seattle plays FaZe very well. And even though FaZe doesn't look that hot, it's like they're still Atlanta FaZe. And this series it's gonna come down to the maps, I think. It's gonna come down to the maps, and if Atlanta FaZe can win a fucking hard point. Because they don't need to win one. You know, if they can win one hard point, I think they'll be solid. You think Slasher's going to cost? Austin, he hasn't been playing well. But I will give him benefit of the doubt. Because I don't think he uses sound EQ. And it's super OP. It is. You know what I mean? On lane, you can't. I think he's going to play better. I mean, he's not just, I don't think he's all of a sudden going to just hard carry them or something. But I don't think he's going to be dropping 8. Like, what was Slasher's KD this split? Bro, his KD had to have been below 0.9. It actually had to be probably below 0.8. But anyways, I think Seattle is going to win the series. Even though FaZe always go 3-2 in the online qualifiers, it's just something about it. I don't feel confident in their game at all. And I think Seattle's, they have the same exact placings the first 3 majors of the year this year as they did last year, in order. So if history repeats itself, that means Seattle will win this major, which would be so weird, by the way, if they somehow did it. The sound EQ, yeah, I mean, look, sound EQ's cheese, bro. We can all agree with that, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a developer, well, not even developer's fault for that. That's snaking. You know, it's dead ass just the players. The players nowadays, man, they have no competitive integrity. Simple as that. Can't blame them. I get it, but I mean, shit, no, you can't blame them. But I mean, I guess I understand, but they just don't give a fuck. Like, they'll be grimy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, Boston versus Toronto. This is going to be the first match in the losers bracket. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Got to favor Toronto here. Bro, Boston, I don't understand why Boston made the move. when they benched Vivid or dropped Vivid, whatever they did. Because Vivid was actually starting to play well. Like the first time all year, Vivid was starting to play well. Boston was trending upwards. Unless they just hated teaming with him, like stuff behind the scenes, it really makes no sense that they benched him. Even though Krem's been good, their team just isn't good. They're just not good. They probably are even worse than they were in the beginning of the year. Like, I don't even know if it was a lateral move. I think they actually got worse. It's weird because Zinni retiring and then Beans obviously come and take a spot. Like, Beans is really good in S&D. But in Respawn, he just hasn't looked... He hasn't really shown me that he can consistently compete at the CDL level. Maybe Doug fucking actually comes back. Maybe Doug gets into the starting lineup or something. But I think Boston's out first round. I think they're DFR'd for sure. Anyways, NYSL versus Florida. Florida beat NYSL last major, didn't they? 3-2. I don't think it's going to happen, though, again. I think NYSL... I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm like overrating NYSL because they won the first event, which is normally the flukiest event of the year. But like, I feel like that they're better than how they've been playing. But I think I felt that about them for a little too long, where now it's like I'm starting to get delusional. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say NYSL was nasty, but I don't think they're bad. It could be a really good series. But I'm gonna go NYSL winning that 3-1. Minnesota versus London. This series is also up in the air for me. London's fucking pissed. Horrible. Worst team in the league. No surprise there. But Minnesota's really not that good either. And like London can compete. Like they could have easily beat Optic last major. They should have beat Optic last major, right? Like they can compete, but they just can't put it together for an entire series. But Minnesota looks pretty bad. Like they won their first 2 games in Wisconsin, right, on land at the event of this split, which I don't know. I do not know how much that factors in because they played LAG and Florida, right? I believe it's LAG and Florida. I know it was definitely LAG, but they just don't look good either. Like I'm joking when I say like these Minnesota cats came in without Tatch, but I actually think that they might not be able to win without Tatch. And you always have to have like just a random ass team. You have to have some upset. So I'm gonna go 3-2 London. 3-2 seam. Asim drops like 15. Mat 5 is what I'm calling. I'm gonna do the winners bracket first. I think that's the best way to go. Optic versus Vegas. Optic's too strong, bro. I think they're gonna be in the winners finals. Simple as that. Vegas might be able to take an SND off of them, maybe, but they're not winning the series. If Optic somehow goes to this major and they absolutely shit it, I'd be mind blown. Like if they absolutely shit it, I'd be mind blown. And then LAT versus Seattle Surge. You already know what it is, bro. LAT's winning this 3-1. Too strong in the respawns for Seattle, I think. And I'm also being biased, but LAT I think is in better form than Seattle right now. Even though they're both in really good form, they're both like right now. You'd say what? Right now, the top 4 teams. In no order, but just like at their level of play, Optic, LAT, Seattle, and I mean, who would it be? Vegas, I guess, would be 4, which is kind of surprising. I guess it'd have to be. It's not FaZe. I don't think FaZe has been like, I don't know. I don't think they've been good. Maybe FaZe. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But regardless, LAT and Seattle both have been playing really well, but LAT's just got better teamwork. I think they got better skill. Besides Pred, because he's fucking disgusting, but and it's LAN where LAT's better. You think FaZe is beating Surge in round 1? They could, but Seattle always plays them tough. Toronto versus NYSL. Bro, I don't know. Toronto's like they don't look good, bro. They don't look good. Hicksy shitting it. Kleenex isn't really playing how he played before. The only one that's been playing well is Scrat. And I don't think it really matters because I think no matter what, whoever wins this series, even if LAT lose to Seattle, like whatever team is beating, whoever wins this elimination round 2. Doesn't matter. But like, do Toronto have enough in them to beat NYSL, or does NYSL make a little bit of a run? You go from winning an event to just getting like top 8. I mean, you can. Like, you definitely can. Honestly, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with NYSL, bro. I am. Jay, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be pissed. I think NYSL win 3-1. I don't know. NYSL just like, first off, they have Hydra. Everyone's been playing like some hot ass besides Scrap. Oh yeah, I guess you're all right. London Royal Ravens versus FaZe. I mean, listen, London they're going to have a crazy loser bracket run, but it ends there 3-0. But at least they don't get top 12. They get top 8 in my opinion. Now we have what? I might as well do another losers bracket. Seattle versus NYSL and Vegas versus Atlanta FaZe. I think it's going to be Seattle Surge versus... Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm not going to lie. So here's the thing. What did Vegas end? Did Vegas end 4-1? I know that Vegas didn't play a team that had a winning record in this stage. They played a lot of shitties. They went 4-1. But Vegas is also really good at S&D, which right now, that's the only area that you would favor FaZe over, because Vegas is actually a pretty good hardpoint team now at Standy. Their control is still fucking mid, but like FaZe's isn't good either. I mean, even if it's an upset, I think it's got to be like a 3-2. There's no way that Vegas wins 3-0 or 3-1. Maybe 3-1 is possible. 3-0 is definitely not possible. What would the vetoes be? I mean, here, look, we can look it up. So Las Vegas, let's just look at stage 4, because shit could change on like the vetoes and everything. It looks like, first off, Vegas doesn't really like Fortress Hardpoint. They're definitely not playing Embassy S&D, I'll tell you that. I mean, the reason why I'm only doing stage 4, by the way, is because I just want to see how well these teams have been performing as of late compared to like throughout the whole year, because that shit's bound to like switch up all the time, you know? So they went 0-2 in Embassy, and then 1-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2 in Embassy, 1-1. They went 2-0 in Hydro. Atlanta FaZe veto Hydro the most out of any hardpoint this year. So the vetoes are the whole year. The map mode records are just stage 4. So you'd have to assume Hydro hardpoint's gone, and then Las Vegas. So Atlanta FaZe didn't even play Fortress Hardpoint, but I would assume Las Vegas is going to either veto Fortress or Hotel. So it would be Mercado and Hotel, or Mercado and Fortress, right? Because they're 0-2 on it, but they pick it. They like playing on Mercado. And then for S&D, Fortress and Embassy are out, because that's FaZe's auto veto is, it looks like Fortress S&D, and then Vegas's Embassy. They're 3-0 on Hotel and 2-0 on Mercado. And Las Vegas is undefeated on both as well. And they play a CeeLo. They played a CeeLo 3 times. So I think that just depends, right? Because they both get the veto one, and then they choose one, right? They both choose one for the S&Ds. So FaZe picked Mercado. I mean, honestly, that's going to be, it's going to be both teams like better S&D maps, realistically. So those could go either way. And then the control is going to be interesting, because Vegas played Expo the most, 3 times. FaZe played Hotel and a CeeLo twice. They went 2-0 in Hotel. Vegas is the higher seed though. So Atlanta FaZe gets to veto one, which I'm assuming they're going to veto Expo, because Vegas really, I mean, they've only won on Expo. So they're going to veto Expo. And then it's up for debate. Las Vegas gets the pick. So I don't know. It could go either way. This series could go either way. But I'm actually kind of feeling it. I think Vegas, they make a little bit of a run. And I don't know, bro. FaZe just haven't been moving me. So then that means what? Elimination round 4. It's going to be Seattle versus Vegas. Winners finals. I mean, bro, these are the 2 best teams right now. But I'm not even going to be biased, man. Optic. They just look too good in hardpoint. What is Optic? Let me see. Stage 4, they didn't lose a hardpoint. They went 8-0. I mean, LAT is obviously a very good hardpoint team still. This is tough. Do I go Optic 3-1? Or do I think LAT will beat them? Yeah, I just don't know if we're going to get Expo. I would definitely take LAT over Optic on Expo control. On a CeeLo, I don't really know. On Hotel, don't really know. Neither of them played it. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to I'm honestly going to go Optic winning this one 3-1. I don't know, bro. Their hard point is too good. Like LAT could definitely beat them in hard point. And LAT is better on land than online, but Optic kind of handled them, bro. Seattle versus Vegas. I got Seattle, bro. I got Seattle. Vegas's run is done. Seattle Surge are going to move to the top 3. I think it's going to be 3-1. I don't know. Honestly, the only reason why I have Seattle making this far is because I told you that they've placed the exact same at every major this year up to this point as they did last year. And they won the 4th major. They won it. It's almost like it's destiny that Seattle wins the whole damn thing. Like, that's kind of weird, no? Same exact placings each major from year to year. I don't know. Regardless, though, I don't think so. I think LAT beats. I think LAT deadass knocks Seattle out of this tournament. They beat them twice. But I will say I think it's gonna be a closer series. Best of 7's where it gets fucking mixy, man. There's what? Is it 2 hard points, 2 control, 3 S&D? Right? That's best of 7. LAT is definitely the better control team. Optic's definitely the better hard point team. I guess I would say Optic's the better S&D team as well, even though neither, I mean, obviously LAT's isn't, but Optic's S&D isn't like amazing. It's okay. But I wonder how big the gap, because so LAT's better controls, Optic's better hard points for sure. But I wonder how much bigger the gap is, Optic being better than LAT in hard points to LAT being better than Optic in control. I mean, bro, this one could go down to the wire, no lie. I don't think Optic would win this 4-1. I don't think either team would win this 4-1. I think this at least goes 6 games. Like, it's either going 4. If this happens, if we see Optic versus LAT in the finals, it's either going 4-2 or 4-3. Watch, this is actually going to happen. Instead, it's just going to be a 4-0. It doesn't matter for what team. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go Optic. Shocker. Not being biased to LAT. I think they win this series 4-2. I do think they're the best team in the game right now with the form they're on. Imagine if they go into this major, by the way, and absolutely shit it. Just shit it. Like they get top 8. I would cry. That'd be comedy. But yeah, Optic win. They win this major, but LAT hits that form like they did last year. And then, you know, LAT are going to go back to back again. But Optic does take this one. That's my bracket. Optic with the DoorDash challenge. Go fuck yourself, Top. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. But that'd be Optic first, LAT second, Seattle third, Legion fourth. That's my top 4.